Chapter 1071. Those who can cultivate to the Chaos Realm possess minds that operate at incredible speeds, able to deduce Lin Yuan's intent from mere traces of evidence. Indeed, Lin Yuan nodded. The reason he had not left yet was solely to reclaim the Stone People clan, still held under the 9 Profound Venerables' control. The lives of trillions of Stone People rest entirely on a single thought of mine. The 9 Profound Venerable turned his palm, revealing a miniature world before him, inside of which countless Stone People were imprisoned. I want the Chaos Tree in that mysterious space, or all these Stone People will die, the 9 Profound Venerable said as he stared at Lin Yuan. You want the Chaos Tree? Lin Yuan studied the 9 Profound Venerable with interest. I did promise that young fellow I'd try to save the Stone People, but I only promised to try. It's uncertain whether I can save them or not. The value of the Chaos Tree is something we both understand. If I were to just hand it over to you, wouldn't I have labored for nothing? Lin Yuan's tone remained calm as he added, if it's all for nothing, why would I bother saving anyone? Threatening me with the Stone People? Useless. If you want, go ahead and slaughter every stone person right now. Lin Yuan eyed the 9 Profound Venerable with an amused expression. These words made the 9 Profound Venerable's expression shift slightly. He could indeed discern that Lin Yuan did not care about the lives or deaths of the Stone People. Now that Song Yulong had fallen into the hands of Lin Yuan, even if all the Stone People were exterminated, Lin Yuan could still potentially extract the coordinates of the mysterious space from him. And if the 9 Profound Venerable were to wipe out all the Stone People, it might provoke Song Yulong into willingly revealing the location of the mysterious space to Lin Yuan. Thus, the 9 Profound Venerable found himself caught in a dilemma. Had I required the assistance of the Sin Pond in this secret domain, you wouldn't even have had the chance to take away Song Yulong. There was an unmistakable tone of resentment in the 9 Profound Venerable's voice. The Sin Pond was a unique feature of this secret domain, unparalleled throughout the Chaos Void. He had used it to torment Song Yulong, forcing him to reveal the mysterious space's coordinates. In truth, the 9 Profound Venerable had already acted with extreme caution. He had even anticipated worst-case scenarios where other Venerables might have intervened. Near the Sin Pond, the 9 Profound Venerable had quietly arranged numerous formations. Any Venerable, even those at the pinnacle of Chaos Realm, who wasn't highly skilled in formation mastery would be detected as soon as they approached. But Lin Yuan? Lin Yuan had managed to whisk Song Yulong away right under his nose, suggesting that Lin Yuan's mastery of formations was comparable to, or surpassed, those pinnacle Chaos Realm experts skilled in formations. Lin Yuan was not only a Chaos Venerable but also adept in formation mastery, in addition to knowing about the mysterious space. With these 3 criteria in mind, across dozens of nearby void domains, the 9 Profound Venerable could not think of anyone else who could fit the description. So, what do you intend to do now? The 9 Profound Venerable asked in a low voice. Ultimately, I did promise that young fellow I'd try to save the Stone People. Lin Yuan shook his head and said, but for you to hand them over directly, I suspect you'd be unwilling. Here's what I propose, Lin Yuan said. Let's have a duel. If I win, you hand over the Stone People to me. If you win, you still hand over the Stone People, but I will grant you a replicable inheritance from the mysterious space. If I win, I get an inheritance that can be replicated? The 9 Profound Venerable felt aggrieved. For Lin Yuan, this arrangement brought almost no risk. That Chaos Tree. The 9 Profound Venerable still attempted to negotiate. Forget the Chaos Tree. Lin Yuan shook his head and said, if you refuse this, you might as well slaughter all the Stone People right now. The 9 Profound Venerable stared at Lin Yuan. He could sense that the choice Lin Yuan had laid out was already his bottom line. Agreed. After much deliberation, the 9 Profound Venerable finally conceded. There was no way around it. Slaughtering all the Stone People brought him no benefit whatsoever. Agreeing to Lin Yuan's proposal, however, still left him with a chance to obtain the inheritance from the mysterious space. Inheritance. For a Chaos Venerable, inheritance was still critically important. The key point was, it was better than nothing. Swear your oath under the chaos void origin will. Lin Yuan glanced at the 9 profound venerable. To swear an oath meant invoking a binding restriction. The chaos void origin will permeate it everywhere, and oaths made under its witness carried great karmic weight. Breaking such an oath wouldn't necessarily cause physical harm, but the karmic repercussions would make future progress impossible. As a newly ascended venerable, the 9 profound venerable still harbored aspirations to reach the ultimate great saint realm. He was unlikely to break his oath. After all, if there were any alternatives, no venerable would willingly bear the burden of karmic repercussions. To cultivate to the chaos realm, one had to rise above countless billions upon billions of others. The consequences of severing their path were too grim to contemplate. Soon after, Lin Yuan and the 9 profound venerable completed their oaths. For Lin Yuan, the oath was straightforward. Even if he ultimately lost, it would simply mean sharing a replicable inheritance from the mysterious space with the 9 profound venerable. Hand over all the stone people to me. Lin Yuan looked at the 9 profound venerable and said. Given that the upcoming duel meant the 9 profound venerable would have to surrender the stone people whether he won or lost, Lin Yuan decided to claim them in advance. Take them. The 9 profound venerable threw the miniature world over without hesitation. He had no interest in the stone people whatsoever. If it weren't for the need to threaten Song Yulong, he wouldn't have even bothered imprisoning them. Chapter 1072. Lin Yuan accepted the micro-world, split off a trace of his mind to examine it, and discovered a large number of stone people clan inside, trembling with fear. These stone people also knew their own fate. With a single thought from the 9 profound venerable, their entire clan could be annihilated. Where shall we duel? After checking several times and confirming there was no issue with the micro-world, Lin Yuan put it away and casually asked. Just outside the secret realm. The 9 profound venerable replied. Duels between venerables are catastrophic in their destructiveness. While the 9 profound secret realm was birthed by the chaos void, it clearly did not possess the indestructible characteristics of the universe itself. If 2 venerables were to fight inside the secret realm, the realm wouldn't be able to withstand it and could directly collapse into ruin. The 9 profound secret realm was the lair of the 9 profound venerable. Naturally, he didn't wish to see that happen. No problem. Lin Yuan's figure slowly began to fade. Half an hour later. See you outside the secret realm. As soon as the words fell, Lin Yuan's figure disappeared completely. The 9 profound venerable, seeing this, did not worry that Lin Yuan would leave prematurely. Firstly, because Lin Yuan had sworn under the will of the chaos void origin. Breaking the oath would bring karmic retribution upon him. Secondly, whether winning or losing, there was no tangible loss for Lin Yuan. This was also the reason why the 9 profound venerable so readily handed over all the stone people clan. When did such a venerable appear in the nearby void domain? The 9 profound venerable sat on his throne, silently pondering. At the level of chaos venerables, one would typically share at least passing familiarity. They all knew of each other. Yet he had never heard of a venerable named Lin Yuan. Could he have come from some distant void domain? Or could he, like myself, have only recently stepped into the chaos realm, and news of it hasn't spread yet? The 9 profound venerable speculated inwardly. Moments later, several Dominator-level experts cautiously entered the hall. Venerable. These Dominator-level experts still didn't know what had happened, but since the Song Yulong they were guarding suddenly vanished, they were surely at fault. Enough. Retrieve all gathering points outside the secret realm into the secret realm, and activate the secret realm's defensive formation at full capacity. The 9 profound venerable instructed. Encircling the chaos continent were countless fragment worlds. While the 9 profound secret realm couldn't compare to the chaos continent, it still hosted numerous gathering points. In the impending battle between the 9 profound venerable and Lin Yuan, the aftermath would undoubtedly engulf these gathering points. Retrieving all of them into the secret realm would be the safest approach. Furthermore, the 9 profound secret realm itself needed to enter its highest defensive state to withstand the aftershocks of the 2 venerables' battle. Ha! Venerable. Why are we retrieving those gathering points? The Dominator-level subordinates looked shocked and puzzled. The 9 Profound Venerable did not reprimand them for their negligence in guarding but instead issued these instructions. Shortly, I will spar with another Venerable just outside. The 9 Profound Venerable's words were brief, but the Dominator-level subordinates were deeply shaken. Spar? With another Venerable? Far across layers of space and time, the Taiyin primordial spirit stood silently in place. Song Yulong stood respectfully to the side. It's done. A figure condensed, it was the Taiyang divine spirit of Lin Yuan. 2 seniors. Song Yulong was momentarily stunned before quickly realizing they were likely incarnations. These are your clan's people. Lin Yuan flipped his right hand, and a micro-world appeared. Within it were countless stone people. Clan's people. Song Yulong's expression turned emotional, his voice trembling slightly. He had never imagined he would one day see his clan's people again. Though Lin Yuan had mentioned trying to save the Stone People clan before bringing him out, it had only been a tentative promise. The 9 Profound Venerable was not someone easy to deal with. But now, all the Stone People were right in front of him. Don't get too excited. The 9 Profound Venerable handed over the Stone People, but there are terms involved. Lin Yuan looked at Song Yulong and proceeded to explain the agreement he made with the 9 Profound Venerable. Everything will be as you decide, senior. Song Yulong replied respectfully. Sharing a replicable inheritance with the 9 Profound Venerable? To Song Yulong, this was inconsequential. He had already planned to hand over that inheritance space to Lin Yuan, so naturally, he would follow Lin Yuan's arrangements. When Song Yulong had been in the hands of the 9 Profound Venerable, his refusal to yield had stemmed from knowing that surrendering would likely still lead to death. In fact, the 9 Profound Venerable might have exterminated not only him out of spite but also his entire clan. Taking the mysterious space away in front of the 9 Profound Venerable had undoubtedly provoked immense anger. All right, my duel with the 9 Profound Venerable is imminent. Now, you may tell me the exact space-time coordinates of that mysterious space. Lin Yuan looked at Song Yulong and spoke in an even tone. Exact space-time coordinates. Song Yulong took a deep breath. Without the slightest hesitation, he revealed the coordinates. Lin Yuan had fulfilled all his promises, not only rescuing him but also saving the entire Stone People clan. Song Yulong dared not delay for even a moment. Though Lin Yuan had always come across as incredibly kind in his demeanor towards Song Yulong, this only deepened his awe. Someone capable of forcing the ruthless 9 Profound Venerable to relent so thoroughly. How could Lin Yuan truly be as kind as he appeared? If Lin Yuan were to be angered, Song Yulong felt that his fate would be countless times worse than if he had remained in the hands of the 9 Profound Venerable. Space-time coordinates. Lin Yuan, having obtained the exact coordinates, began extending his perception toward it. The space-time of the Chaos Void was vast beyond measure, layered across countless temporal planes. Even Chaos Venerables and Chaos Great Saints could not traverse them all. Thus, space-time coordinates in the Chaos Void were of immense importance. Without exact coordinates, even a Chaos Great Saint could become lost in the endless layers of time and space. Buzz. Buzz, buzz. Lin Yuan's immense consciousness spread outward, following the coordinates provided by Song Yulong until it locked onto a mysterious space deep within the layers of time and space. That space. Lin Yuan observed it carefully. Chapter 1073 Lin Yuan Tears the Sky. No wonder the 9 Profound Venerable cannot lock onto this mysterious space. Lin Yuan observed for a while, his expression thoughtful. This mysterious space is deeply fused with spacetime. Though it hasn't reached the level of the Demon Jade space, achieving this level, at the very least, one would need an understanding of the 9th realm of spacetime. The 9th realm of spacetime is typically only accessible to the Chaos Great Saint. As for reaching the peak of the 9th realm, even many peerless Great Saints might not be able to achieve it. One of Xuanhuang's proudest feats is precisely his mastery over the peak of the 9th realm of spacetime. This mysterious space must have been left by a Chaos Great Saint. Based on Song Yulong's description, It's likely a site for inheritance. Lin Yuan arrived at this conclusion in his mind. That chaos tree. Lin Yuan also noticed the chaos tree deep within the mysterious space, its swaying form emanating endless chaos chi. This move was worth it after all. Lin Yuan was resolute. Even if this inheritance space were not here, as long as he could obtain the chaos tree, provoking an enemy at the venerable level would mean nothing. Conflicts between venerables are rare, mostly because there aren't treasures worthy of such battles. But the chaos tree? Just observing the 9 profound venerables' imprisonment of the Stone People clan is revealing enough. Refining this space will take time. I'll deal with it after the duel. Lin Yuan fixed the spatial coordinates of the inheritance space, ensuring that regardless of any relocation attempts by others, it could not escape him. You stay here for now. Lin Yuan glanced at Song Yulong. In his duel with the 9 profound venerable, he would certainly need to merge his 2 primordial spirits into the Taiji primordial spirit. A single primordial spirit alone would hardly stand a chance. While it's true that even if Lin Yuan lost, it wouldn't result in any significant loss. Being defeated by the 9 profound venerable would carry a series of risks. For instance, it might give the 9 profound venerable the impression that Lin Yuan's strength was inferior to his, potentially prompting him to begin tracking Lin Yuan's movements after the duel. Therefore, when Lin Yuan faced off against the 9 profound venerable, victory would be the aim. Even if victory proved impossible, he would at least make the 9 profound venerable realize that Lin Yuan was no easy target. As for leaving Song Yulong here, Lin Yuan wasn't concerned about him trying to escape. With the mysterious inheritance space already acquired, the greatest opportunity had been secured. Song Yulong no longer had a reason to flee. Outside the 9 profound secret realm, numerous gathering sites began migrating toward the interior of the secret realm. The life forms inhabiting these gathering sites relied on the 9 profound venerables' protection. Each cosmic era, they would also offer up various treasures, including chaos stones, to the 9 profound venerable. A venerable's protection, of course, was not given freely. The many fragment worlds, outside the ancient Ming Chaos continent also required vast quantities of chaos stones to procure. What? The 9 profound venerable is going to duel another venerable outside the secret realm. The 9 profound venerable had not intentionally hidden the matter. In truth, he couldn't have hidden it. Even after the duel with Lin Yuan, the ripples of a battle between venerables could not be concealed. The 9 profound venerable is dueling another venerable? Which venerable? It doesn't matter which venerable. Get into the secret realm quickly. If the duel begins while we're still outside, we won't be able to withstand the aftermath of their clash. Outside the secret realm, the gathered experts were frantic. Even those at the sovereign realm felt their hearts tremble. To them, a duel between venerables was an uncontrollable disaster. Alas, we may carry off the treasures, but the bases we've spent years constructing cannot be relocated quickly. Hopefully, something will still remain. Forget the bases. Surviving the ordeal would already be enough. Hurry into the secret realm. If we're any later, we might not make it in time. Fortunately, the many subordinates of the 9 profound venerable were assisting with the evacuation. They even actively opened the defensive arrays outside the secret realm. Otherwise, evacuation in mere half an hour would have been impossible. Still, who could the 9 profound venerable possibly have such a grievance with that a duel is necessary? Indeed, we best not concern ourselves with the disputes of venerables. Who knows what might happen if we do? The numerous clan experts engaged in hurried migration discussed the matter cautiously among themselves. Outside the secret realm, the 9 profound venerable had already been waiting for quite some time. Rustling sounds filled the air. A moment later, Lin Yuan's figure quietly coalesced not far away. At this moment, Lin Yuan's Taiyang and Taiyang had merged, forming the Taiji primordial spirit. The 9 profound venerable frowned as he gazed at Lin Yuan. Now, Lin Yuan gave him a different impression. Though the ferocious aura of burning the heavens and boiling the seas was gone, the 9 profound venerable's brow twitched, sensing an even greater threat. For someone capable of cultivating to the Chaos realm, it's rare to be entirely unknown. And yet, I've never heard of you before. The 9 profound venerable stared at Lin Yuan, voicing his doubts. He even began considering the sovereign realm peak experts he knew, suspecting Lin Yuan might have only recently ascended to the Chaos realm. However, while the number of sovereign realm peak experts was significant, none of them matched Lin Yuan's description. The trajectory of a powerhouse's growth is always traceable, especially for those who manage to ascend to the Chaos realm. Before their ascension, it's impossible for them to leave no trace at all. What the 9 profound venerable was unaware of, however, was that Lin Yuan was currently only at the path-splitting realm. The traces he left in the Chaos Void were minimal, and after leaving the cosmos, he had primarily remained in the ancient Ming Chaos continent. Aside from ancient Ming Venerable and the Eye of Myriad Laws detecting Lin Yuan's unusual nature, the outside world had no information about him whatsoever. Thus, no matter how hard the 9 profound venerable tried to speculate, he could not discern Lin Yuan's true background. Ha ha ha, the Chaos Void is vast enough. What does it matter if one more venerable appears? Lin Yuan replied casually. The 9 profound venerable, hearing this, did not fully agree, but he chose not to dwell on it. His focus now was entirely on defeating Lin Yuan. Chapter 1074. Only by winning can I avoid losing everything and gain an inheritance that might guide my own path, at least making it seem worthwhile. Ever since I stepped into the Chaos realm, I have painstakingly cultivated for 10 cosmic eras and created 10 ultimate killing techniques. 9 profound venerable said gravely. If you can block them, how about I admit defeat willingly? As soon as his voice fell, boom, 9 profound venerable suddenly launched a punch. A single punch unleashed terrifying ripples, piercing through a radius of 10,000 light-years, hundreds of thousands, millions of light-years. Space-time ripped apart like glue, and all the might surged toward Lin Yuan. The space-time grindstone. Lin Yuan's thoughts stirred slightly, and all directions of space-time solidified. Infinite power from space-time began relentlessly wearing down the force of 9 profound venerables' punch, dissipating it into the depths of countless layers of space-time. Such an ingenious manipulation of space-time? 9 profound venerables' expression grew solemn, for his punch also contained space-time rules. Lin Yuan's ability to block it using space-time rules demonstrated that Lin Yuan was superior in pure space-time contest. So what if your comprehension of space-time rules is stronger? 9 profound venerable remained unconcerned, because this was a sparring match between them, not a test of escape or survival techniques. A deeper comprehension of space-time rules couldn't necessarily ensure victory over him. A venerable who excels in offensive techniques? Lin Yuan gazed back at 9 profound venerable. That punch just now contained exceedingly horrifying might. If Lin Yuan had manifested either the singular Taiyang Divine Spirit or Taiyin Primordial Spirit instead of his most powerful Taiji Primordial Spirit, he might have already sustained some injuries from that strike. 3 profounds breaks heaven and earth. 9 profound venerables' aura began to surge explosively, as 3 distinct forces manifested within him, converging toward Lin Yuan to crush him. Infinite void. Lin Yuan didn't choose to counter directly but stepped forward instead. The surrounding void grew vast and sweeping, replaced by a completely new power. The 13th-step legacy, Infinite Void, belonged to foundational inheritance, its focus being the formation of an unparalleled foundation that allowed for absolute crushing dominance. Over the years, Lin Yuan had also devised a few killing moves based on the universe within his body, and Infinite Void was one of them. Rumble. The 2 forces, utterly distinct, continuously collided and intertwined, sending shockwaves out to infinitely distant locations. The defensive formation of the 9 profound secret realm frantically activated, trying its best to resist the incoming aftershocks. The battle between 2 venerable-level existences caused impacts so vast that it soon drew the attention of other venerables within the myriad manifestations void domain. A venerable is taking action? That location, it's 9 profound? Who is the venerable fighting 9 profound? No idea. I've never witnessed such an aura before. One by one, the Chaos Venerables observed from afar. None of them had any intention of intervening. Instead, they started chatting idly. Even during his Sovereign Realm days, Nine Profound excelled in slaughter, and stepping into the Chaos Realm hasn't changed him. That unfamiliar Venerable, capable of trading blows with Nine Profound, must have an extraordinary background. To become a Venerable, who among us could be simple? True, let's just watch. The Chaos Venerables watched the battle unfold. Among Chaos Venerables, it was common practice to avoid fighting each other unless absolutely necessary. Still, Chaos Venerables loved to witness duels and fights between their peers. After all, for them it posed no threats. The combatants weren't establishing enmities against them. Who doesn't enjoy a good spectacle? The void solidified as though tangible, expanding and covering the surroundings. Using Infinite Void as the foundation, Lin Yuan's killing move Infinite Void showcased absolute control over the void. Though it hadn't reached the level of the Divine Ability world, it approximated 1/3 the strength of the Divine Ability world. The latter, however, was limited by its duration, lasting mere seconds, whereas Infinite Void had no such limitation. Lin Yuan could maintain it as long as he wished. Such a terrifying void suppression. Even Nine Profound Venerable felt troubled. Under the suppression of Infinite Void, his every move faced significant constraints, as though he was an insect ensnared within a spider's web, an immensely unpleasant sensation. But it's useless against me. 6 Profounds subdues all things. Nine Profound Venerable's face contorted slightly in ferocity. Within moments, 6 entirely new forces enveloped his body, sweeping outward. Determined to defeat Lin Yuan and avoid a crushing loss, Nine Profound Venerable had nearly used up most of his killing techniques. Rumble. The invisible power of 6 Profounds began demolishing the void, and the infinite void driven by Lin Yuan started to tremble. Lin Yuan's expression changed slightly. The 6 Profounds force unleashed by Nine Profound Venerable had yet to completely destabilize Infinite Void, but given time it was inevitable. Infinite Void struggled to suppress the full power force of Nine Profound Venerable's 6 Profounds. Fighting a Venerable using the Taiji Primordial Spirit is still a bit forced. Lin Yuan reflected inwardly. Ultimately, Lin Yuan was still just a path-splitting realm lifeform, forcefully crossing 2 major realms to battle a Venerable. Even being a direct descendant of a 13th-step lifeform with immense innate blessings, this feat was nearly impossible. Lin Yuan had only reached this level thanks to his numerous fortuitous encounters and deep foundations. If that's the case, I'll just use my trump card directly. Lin Yuan made his decision. Given 9 Profound Venerables displayed strength, conventional means were unlikely to overpower him, let alone secure victory. World. Lin Yuan's eyes closed slightly before opening again. In that instant, the surrounding void transformed. An incomparably stable and overwhelming aura filled the space. Within this domain, all time and space were affected. Lin Yuan became the sole creator of this void. Chapter 1075. At this moment, within tens of millions of light years, everything was shrouded beneath Lin Yuan's internal universe. What is this? Nine Profound Venerable felt an unprecedented suppression. The originally unstoppable power of the 6 Profounds was now completely restrained, shrinking rapidly. Suppress. Lin Yuan gazed indifferently at Nine Profound Venerable, beginning to mobilize the full force of his external universe to crush him. Though the power of the external universe was terrifying, its duration was limited, so Lin Yuan did not hold back in the slightest. Ah! Nine Profound Venerable instantly felt excruciating pain in both his body and soul as an unstoppable, horrifying oppression descended upon him. Nine Profound Venerable's physical body began to crumble, inch by inch, and his soul simultaneously started to be annihilated. Under this overwhelming suppression, all of his resistance seemed utterly futile. Boom, boom, boom. The terrifying suppression continued to descend. The once overwhelmingly formidable Nine Profound Venerable now had his arm crushed, twisted, and shattered. His severed arm flew away, and holes began to appear all over his blood-soaked flesh and skin. Even his internal universe showed signs of collapse. 9 Profound Venerable staggered backward repeatedly, his expression filled with shock and terror. Without hesitation, he activated a stronger life-saving technique. 9 Profound Body Protection. 9 entirely new forces collided, forming a barrier around 9 Profound Venerable to resist the horrifying oppression descending from all directions of the void domain. Bang! 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 Lin Yuan continued to channel the power of his external universe, relentlessly suppressing 9 Profound Venerable. Yet, the protective barrier formed by 9 different forces bent and twisted under the pressure, though it did not completely shatter, steadfastly persisting. Troublesome. Lin Yuan frowned. 9 Profound Venerable was indeed difficult to deal with, although he was only a newly ascended Venerable. His life-saving trump cards were no weaker than those of powerful veteran Venerables. It must be noted that within tens of millions of light years, all of it essentially constituted Lin Yuan's internal universe. In this domain, Lin Yuan's killing power was so strong that it would make ordinary Venerable scalps tingle. Only 1 second left. Lin Yuan sensed that the duration of his external universe was about to end. Explode! Without hesitation, Lin Yuan detonated his external universe. After all, once the time expired, the external universe would dissipate anyway, so he might as well detonate it to unleash its strongest power. Rumble. The surrounding void began to collapse, and the resulting annihilation force fully engulfed 9 Profound Venerable. What is this? 9 Profound Venerable's face turned aghast. Originally, he had been resisting with great difficulty using the life-saving technique of 9 Profound Body Protection. But now he was under even greater pressure, causing immeasurable terror in his heart. All across the myriad manifestations void domain, various Chaos Venerables continued to observe attentively. It seems 9 Profound Venerable and that mysterious Venerable have truly become deadly serious? I wonder what might have triggered such an intense battle between the two Venerables? That mysterious Venerable's unleashed void explosion is remarkably lethal. Indeed, it's likely forcing 9 Profound Venerable to use further trump cards. The Chaos Venerables engaged in casual conversation, occasionally tossing in a few remarks. Witnessing the showdown of trump cards between 2 Chaos Venerables was already a rare occurrence, let alone involving a Venerable they had never heard of before. Crash. The void shattered, and chaos split apart. Within tens of millions of light years, everything was rapidly disintegrating. Even the 9 Profound secret realm in the distance had partially been destroyed. Without the strongest defensive formation at its core, it might have been entirely wiped out. Lin Yuan stood calmly in the void, his aura showing some signs of weariness. Detonating the external universe came at a cost to Lin Yuan himself, though it posed no significant problem. He could recover after resting for a brief time. Buzz! At this moment, amidst the collapsing void, a new aura began to condense and quickly materialize. Ha 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 ha! 9 Profound Venerable looked utterly battered but showed little diminishment in his aura, laughing exuberantly. That move just now, was it your strongest trump card? You can't use it a second time in the short term, and you've also fallen into a weakened state, haven't you? 9 Profound Venerable quickly analyzed Lin Yuan's state. To endure Lin Yuan's external universe detonation, he had resorted to activating a life-saving treasure. It was a treasure, not a technique. Techniques, once used, could be repeatedly deployed. But treasures, once expended, were gone forever. 9 Profound Venerable had already paid a heavy price to stand against Lin Yuan. Now it's my turn. 9 Profound Venerable extended his hand, summoning a monumental strike that descended upon Lin Yuan. He had no intention of allowing Lin Yuan any chance to recover, planning to fight relentlessly until Lin Yuan conceded. Still lacking something. Lin Yuan shook his head slightly as he watched 9 Profound Venerables' increasingly close attack. A great distance away, beyond layers of time and space, Song Yulong was likewise observing the battlefield. Of course, Given his strength, at most, he could sense the waves of conflict. The actual details of the battle were beyond his perception. But within the depths of Song Yulong's consciousness, a young and childlike voice continued commentating on the battle for him. It's over. 9 Profound Venerable actually endured? Your senior is about to lose. The youthful voice in Song Yulong's mind carried a tone of regret. Senior is going to lose? Song Yulong was startled. Though he had anticipated the possibility, it still left him feeling deeply disappointed. It's normal to lose. After all, the childlike voice was just about to console Song Yulong when, suddenly sensing something, it immediately fell silent. After all, what? Song Yulong curiously called out several times, hoping the voice would continue. But the childlike voice went completely silent, as if it had perished, refusing to say another word. Song Yulong finally sensed that something was amiss. He raised his head and instinctively glanced around. That one glance made Song Yulong's eyes widen in shock. Beside him, a figure stood, though he wasn't sure when the figure had appeared. The figure belonged to a young man, bearing some resemblance to the senior Song Yulong had seen earlier. Senior, are you not? Song Yulong stared blankly, unsure why his senior, who was currently clashing with 9 Profound Venerable, would appear here. Song Yulong faintly realized that the senior before him seemed different from the one he had encountered earlier. His physical presence was vastly more imposing, as if by merely standing there, he could crush space itself. Song Yulong opened his mouth, but before he could utter a word, he saw Lin Yuan lift his right arm, spread his 5 fingers as though gripping something, and then gently tear toward the 9 Profound Secret Realm. Crash. 5 incomparably deep and restrained cracks flashed by and disappeared from Song Yulong's vision. Instinctively, upon seeing those 5 cracks, an unparalleled sense of terror surged within Song Yulong's heart. Outside the 9 Profound Secret Realm, 9 Profound Venerable was just about to suppress Lin Yuan. At that moment, 9 Profound Venerable's pupils shrank as he saw the grab that tore through heaven and all creation. Chapter 1076 Great Saints' Tactics. This grasp tore open chaos, tore open space and time, and reached toward the 9 Profound Venerable. What is this? 9 Profound Venerable felt an inexplicable sense of fear. Even when faced with the destruction and collapse of tens of millions of light-years a moment ago, 9 Profound Venerable had not experienced such soul-deep terror. It would tear him apart. It would shred him to pieces. These thoughts surged in 9 Profound Venerable's mind. Soon after, confusion arose. Who was attacking him? At the very moment this grasp targeted 9 Profound Venerable, a karmic connection was forged between him and its origin. Mysteriously, 9 Profound Venerable glimpsed a scene from far across countless spacetime layers. A young man was slowly withdrawing his right hand, with 5 streams of ultimate, tearing heaven power lingering in the void. Beside the young man stood Song Yulong. The stone people was staring blankly at the former. 9 Profound Venerable paid no attention to Song Yulong. Through the brief karmic bond, his gaze locked onto the young man who had unleashed the tearing heaven grasp. It's you. 9 Profound Venerable immediately recognized that the young man attacking him was also Lin Yuan, both sharing the same karmic source. So the one fighting me isn't your true self? 9 Profound Venerable couldn't believe it. He could sense that the young man standing beside Song Yulong, whether in physical physique or spiritual pressure, completely surpassed the Taiji primordial spirit that had been dueling him moments ago. The next moment, the tearing heaven grasp descended. Ryup. The absolute, tearing heaven power effortlessly tore through the spacetime barrier surrounding 9 Profound Venerable. Then his skin, flesh, bones, and the universe within. Everything of 9 Profound Venerable, his physical body, soul, and even his mental will, was shredded and torn apart under this ultimate grasp, without the slightest ability to resist, unable to even delay the inevitable destruction for a moment. Crash. The instant his physical form and soul were torn apart, boundless vitality surged within 9 Profound Venerable, initiating rapid regeneration. But with each fragment restored, It was again torn apart by the lingering, tearing heaven power, in a cycle repeating endlessly. In 9 profound venerables' despair and unwillingness, his physical body, soul, and inner universe were ultimately torn to complete annihilation. Not far away, the Taiji primordial spirit stood, silently watching this scene. Unleashing the full force of the tearing heaven grasp indeed surpasses detonating the world divine skill. Lin Yuan thought silently to himself. The divine skill world and the divine skill tearing heaven both belong to offensive divine abilities, but tearing heaven is far more pure in essence. The divine skill world has suppression effects and the like, while tearing heaven does not. Moreover, when the divine skill world is detonated, the destructive force is dispersed across tens of millions of light years. In terms of sheer power, it cannot compare to tearing heaven. The entirety of tearing heaven's power is concentrated in that single grasp. But after 9 profound venerables' body, soul, and inner universe were torn asunder, 9 indistinct auras began gathering nearby, coalescing into the figure of 9 profound venerable once again. However, compared to his prior manifestation, both his aura and oppressive presence had dramatically declined. This decline was not the kind of temporary reduction that Lin Yuan experienced after detonating the world divine skill, but one requiring an extended period to recover. Not dead. Lin Yuan raised an eyebrow, though he wasn't particularly surprised. The life-preserving techniques of Chaos Venerables are notoriously formidable. Lin Yuan was, after all, only in the path-splitting realm. Even when activating the divine skill tearing heaven, he could at most severely injure a venerable. As for killing one, it would be unlikely even if it was 9 profound venerable, a newly ascended Chaos Realm being. If Lin Yuan could step into the Chaos Realm at the same level using tearing heaven, not to mention 9 profound venerable, even those peak Chaos Venerables would meet an assured death. In fact, even without reaching the Chaos Realm, if Lin Yuan could step into the Dominion Realm, elevating the essence of his life, with numerous techniques inherited and cultivated to completion, a single tearing heaven grasp would leave 9 profound venerable inevitably dead. At least this current physical form would perish beyond recovery. Then let's do it again. Lin Yuan's Taiji primordial spirit stepped forward. After a moment of rest, he had practically regained his vigor, fully recovering from the expenditure after detonating world. His combat strength now returned to its peak. 9 profound venerables' aura weakened, his face pale, and he immediately said, "No need to continue sparring, I concede." At this point, 9 profound venerable was already severely injured. To keep fighting would no longer be a spar, it would be a life and death struggle, one where he would have to exhaust every hidden trump card and technique. A life and death struggle? For the inheritance space of a great saint-level domain, engaging in lethal combat with a peer-level venerable was something 9 profound venerable needed to carefully weigh, especially given the current situation. Even if he were willing to stake his life, the odds were heavily against him. Just Lin Yuan's Taiji primordial spirit alone had forced him to near full exertion. Adding the threat of Lin Yuan's true form, standing by, ready to strike at any moment, 9 profound venerable deemed his chances of victory to be exceedingly slim. Even if he were to lose in a life-or-death battle, 9 profound venerable would not face complete extinction, as he had prepared many life-preserving contingencies in hidden locations, ensuring he could revive if his true form perished. However, all the investments made in this physical form, its weapons, artifacts, treasured items, and more would be irretrievably lost. Lin Yuan certainly wouldn't return any of these valuables to him. Concede. Lin Yuan immediately stopped his assault. He had no desire to push a Chaos Venerable to their brink. One could never predict the extent of their unutilized techniques. Most critically, within the myriad manifestations void domain, other Chaos Venerables were still present, many of whom were keenly observing their battle. Chapter 1077. If it were merely a friendly spar and neither side sustained serious injuries, those Chaos Venerables naturally wouldn't have any objections. But what if Lin Yuan were gravely injured? As an outsider venerable, Lin Yuan couldn't guarantee that the local void domain venerables wouldn't intervene. Moreover, Lin Yuan couldn't be certain whether 9 Profound Venerable had other venerable allies. What if someone saw 9 Profound Venerable locked in a life-and-death struggle with Lin Yuan and decided to join in? One-on-one, with all cards on the table, including both true form and primordial spirit, Lin Yuan was confident he could suppress 9 Profound Venerable, this newly ascended venerable. But one-on-two, there were too many uncertainties. Thus, from the moment 9 Profound Venerable admitted defeat, Lin Yuan had no intention of continuing his assault. This battle served his purpose. He had thoroughly subdued 9 Profound Venerable. Afterward, even if 9 Profound Venerable harbored resentment, he would have to think twice about whether he could match Lin Yuan. Admitted defeat? Beyond layers of spacetime, Lin Yuan's true form withdrew directly. For the sake of acquiring the prized 12-layer Supreme Chaos Tree and a Great Saint inheritance space, after careful consideration, Lin Yuan decided that relying solely on the Taiji primordial spirit would still be insufficiently secure. Thus, his true form also followed, hidden in the shadows, observing. Upon witnessing 9 Profound Venerable endure the explosion triggered by the world divine skill, Lin Yuan's true form seized the moment and executed the sky-rending grasp. Both true form and primordial spirit struck simultaneously, which indeed incurred higher risks. But upon confirming the immense value of that inheritance space, Lin Yuan deemed it worth the move. Now that the sparring had concluded, there was no reason for Lin Yuan's true form to linger any further. Interesting. Lin Yuan cast one last glance at Song Yulong. With his true form present, Lin Yuan had finally captured the hidden consciousness fluctuation within Song Yulong's body. Is this part of a contingency plan prepared by some great saint? Lin Yuan connected this thought to the mysterious inheritance space, a space that clearly bore the mark of a great saint. Song Yulong had once entered it, so he must have gained some kind of opportunity. Only after Lin Yuan's true form fully disappeared did Song Yulong's muddled thoughts begin to clear. That being earlier, was it also a senior? Song Yulong steadied himself, instinctively asking in his heart. The appearance of Lin Yuan's true form had exerted tremendous pressure on Song Yulong, particularly with that sky-rending grasp. Even though its power was fully restrained and in no way targeted at Song Yulong, he still felt his mind trembling. Just witnessing it gave him an illusion that his entire existence was being torn apart. What a foolish question. Finally breaking its previous silence, the tender voice resumed speaking. You brat, your Stone People clan truly has unimaginable luck to have ties with such a powerful figure. The tender voice sounded deeply moved. Though it hadn't spoken earlier for fear of attracting Lin Yuan's attention, it couldn't help but witness the sky-rending grasp. The sheer, unmatched destructiveness of that strike left even the tender voice somewhat astonished. This ability isn't some ordinary technique. It's far closer to something like an innate divine ability. Could this powerhouse be some wondrous life form birthed from the chaos void, naturally equipped with such a terrifying offensive skill? The tender voice silently speculated. The profundity contained within the sky-rending grasp was something even great saints would struggle to replicate. While Lin Yuan's strength clearly hadn't yet reached the great saint level, he had mastered such a technique. Only an innate divine ability could possibly explain it. An innate divine ability referred to a talent inherent at birth. An ability you couldn't fully comprehend in terms of its laws or mechanisms, yet instinctively knew how to wield. A wondrous life form so adept at offensive capabilities, if it steps into the great saint's domain, it might well become an unparalleled great saint. The tender voice mused. Whether chaos great saint or unparalleled great saint, both were beings who had achieved perfection within the chaos realm, but the latter's offensive prowess was distinctly superior to that of the former. I'm not sure either, Song Yulong replied truthfully. Even at its peak, the Stone People clan had only produced one individual at the Mastery Realm, but that ancestor had disappeared over 10 cosmic eras ago, and even the soul lamp left in their clan had long extinguished. As for having bonds with some venerable, If not for trusting that Lin Yuan wouldn't lie about such matters, Song Yulong wouldn't have believed it at all. By the way, what about Senior spar with 9 profound venerable? Song Yulong seemed to recall something. Previously, he'd been so overwhelmed by the oppressive presence of Lin Yuan's true form that he had forgotten to inquire about the fight outside the 9 profound secret realm between the two venerables. Song Yulong remembered that the Tender Voice's last broadcast had stated that 9 profound venerable was surviving after enduring one of Lin Yuan's lethal moves, on the verge of counterattacking. Sparring. The Tender Voice's tone sounded slightly puzzled. Do you believe the appearance of your clan's senior true form was for mere sparring? Ha! Song Yulong blinked. All he recalled was Lin Yuan's true form extending a grasp toward the battlefield, then turning away and leaving. It's already over. 9 profound venerable suffered heavy injury and, I presume, admitted defeat. The Tender Voice spoke matter-of-factly, though it hadn't actually heard 9 profound venerable concede. From seeing Lin Yuan's true form leave and the absence of further battle disturbances outside the 9 profound secret realm, it inferred the outcome. That single grasp from the senior forced 9 profound venerable to yield? Song Yulong took a deep breath, feeling a sense of incredulity. Indeed, he felt that the aura emanating from Lin Yuan's true form was overwhelmingly terrifying, but to Song Yulong, venerables and great saints were indistinguishable. They were all beings beyond his capacity to fathom. Your level and strength are too feeble to perceive the true magnitude of the power contained within that grasp. The Tender Voice sighed in admiration. But that's actually a good thing. A good thing. Song Yulong pondered for a moment, gradually starting to understand. Across the myriad manifestations void domain, within various chaos continents and high-tier secret realms. Chapter 1078. The numerous chaos venerables watched the battlefield outside the 9 profound secret realm with solemn expressions. Did 9 profound concede? The power of that grasp is truly terrifying. If 9 profound doesn't concede now, it'll truly come down to a desperate fight, and most likely death. The venerables exchanged thoughts. As venerables within the same void domain, naturally, they had established means of communication, allowing real-time discussions. Some venerables, even separated by dozens or hundreds of void domains, could maintain contact, although the farther the distance, the greater the cost of a single contact. But within a single void domain, communication was nearly unrestricted. 9 profound likely still has some trump cards unused, but there's no reason to continue fighting. That mysterious venerable seems to feel the same. Indeed, that mysterious venerable is impressive. That grasp, even if faced by me, could only be endured head-on, with no chance of avoiding it. Ha! If it were me, I'd merge into the fourfold spacetime to greatly dilute that grasp's impact. Even injured, I wouldn't be hit as severely as 9 profound. 9 profound excels at attacking and sieging, but he's weaker in defense and survival, definitely not agile enough. The venerables began to critique the earlier battle, imagining themselves in 9 profound venerables' position and contemplating how they might confront Lin Yuan's tear the sky technique. Among venerables, direct duels are rare. Even sparring usually avoids exposing their trump cards. If they frequently unveil their trump cards, then everyone would know them. How would they still be called trump cards? But the duel between 9 profound venerable and Lin Yuan was clearly a blazing clash. Both parties nearing the brink of a life-or-death struggle, unhesitatingly employing every card at their disposal, which offered the Chaos Venerables an entertaining spectacle. Particularly Lin Yuan's tear the sky technique. It was a move they'd never witnessed before, and naturally discussions arose about how they might counter it. Of course, none of the Venerables knew that their methods of dealing with Tear the Sky were meaningless. Because Lin Yuan, the one who performed Tear the Sky, was fundamentally not of the same tier as them, not even a Chaos Venerable but a life form in the path-splitting realm. The divine skill Tear the Sky represents the pinnacle of offensive power, even for the path-splitting realm, and upon reaching the realms of sovereigns or even chaos, blocking Tear the Sky would likely require a Chaos Realm peak expert, or simply a great saint. Without matching realm-level strength, all techniques are mere fantasies. The sparring ended. 9 Profound conceded, and that mysterious venerable has departed. Ah, the show's over. 9 Profound took a significant loss this time. The injuries sustained, recovering might take 1 or 2 cosmic eras at minimum. The Chaos Venerables cast one last glance at the 9 Profound secret realm area before shifting their focus elsewhere. They harbored no intentions toward Lin Yuan. As for capturing Lin Yuan, the entity who executed Tear the Sky was clearly Lin Yuan's true incarnation. No venerable could lock down that true incarnation. What purpose would capturing Taiji Primordial Spirit serve? Unless Lin Yuan truly fought 9 Profound Venerable in a life-or-death battle, then perhaps these venerables within the same void domain might intervene. For a mere sparring match, especially with 9 Profound Venerables' consent, no venerable would bring unnecessary trouble upon themselves. I've lost. Outside the 9 Profound secret realm, 9 Profound Venerable watched Lin Yuan's silhouette vanish, his expression tinged with melancholy. This was his voluntary surrender, and 9 Profound Venerable accepted the outcome wholeheartedly. Lin Yuan's final grasp had made him feel the threat of life and death. If he didn't concede, he'd truly die. This sparring match cost me dearly. 9 Profound Venerable began to assess the losses. First, the mysterious legacy space was gone. Even if he had defeated Lin Yuan, he could only acquire the remnants of legacy that could be replicated within the space. But something was better than nothing. Now, however, there was no hope whatsoever for that legacy. Second, in this sparring match, his uncontrolled combat power caused severe destruction across a surrounding area of tens of millions of light years, even rendering the outer perimeter of 9 Profound secret realm, his own base, looking utterly dilapidated. Lastly, the injuries sustained from Tear the Sky would require an immense amount of time to recover. As a newly ascended venerable, having advanced from the sovereign realm to the chaos realm, 9 Profound Venerable status and power had grown considerably, and he was brimming with confidence, further fueled by his fortunate encounter with the mysterious legacy space. He had once believed his path forward would remain smooth and uninterrupted, leading straight to the great saint's domain. But reality led him to such an end. Forget it. Forget it. A loss is a loss. It's just some great saint-level legacy. It's not as if obtaining it guarantees becoming a great saint. 9 Profound Venerable calmed his mind. After all, even acquiring a great saint legacy rarely guarantees cultivation of a great saint. For if it did, ancient great saint-level entities wouldn't have declined as they've been. To become a great saint, the most fundamental requirement is relying on oneself. External aids offer little help. Even with a great saint personally guiding day and night, it doesn't significantly assist a venerable's breakthrough to the great saint. After all, both great saints and venerables are essentially chaos realm beings, and the utility of such guidance is limited. Through this battle, I can discern many flaws in my ultimate killing techniques and secret methods. 9 Profound Venerable reflected, and soon his eyes sparkled with determination. Once I refine these imperfections, then when I engage again in sparring and combat, the outcome won't be so certain. From deep within 9 Profound Venerable's heart swelled a fighting spirit. Though he still did not know Lin Yuan's identity or from which void domain Lin Yuan hailed, such a mighty force could hardly remain unknown. Whether now or in the future, 9 Profound Venerable was confident he would sooner or later learn of Lin Yuan. At that point, he'd make the challenge himself. Deep within layers of boundless space-time, Song Yulong stood respectfully in place. Lin Yuan's Taiji Primordial Spirit emerged, hands clasped behind him, gazing upon Song Yulong. "Thank you, Senior." Song Yulong trembled slightly, immediately expressing his gratitude. Although Lin Yuan's intervention was not without a price, ultimately it was unnecessary for him to duel 9 Profound Venerable to save all of the Stone People clan. Simply saying they couldn't be saved would have sufficed, and Song Yulong hadn't insisted Lin Yuan rescue the Stone People. Lin Yuan nodded, but his next words left Song Yulong visibly shaken. "How much longer are you planning to hide?" Chapter 1079 Changes in the Inner Universe. "Senior, what does the senior mean?" Song Yulong shivered in spirit. Hide until when? I've always been here. Not hiding at all. Who is Lin Yuan referring to? In a flash of insight, Song Yulong realized the greatest secret on him had probably been discovered by Lin Yuan. 9 Profound Venerable discovered that mysterious space, and Song Yulong, through other means, transmitted insight ahead of time. At the very moment of entering that mysterious space, a consciousness appeared in his mind, a childlike voice that had been communicating with Song Yulong on a mental level. The childlike voice claimed to be the protector inherited within that mysterious space, and had already chosen Song Yulong as its heir. At first, Song Yulong was half skeptical, but later, the many pointers from the childlike voice benefited Song Yulong immensely, and he finally believed it. Unfortunately, before taking away that mysterious space, 9 Profound Venerable had a brief meeting of eyes with Song Yulong, forming a causal relationship between them. Eventually, under the relentless search of a venerable, Song Yulong was still captured. Even so, facing the day and night torture of the sinister pool, it was the childlike voice in his mind that bore most of the pain. Otherwise, Song Yulong wouldn't have been able to persevere until now. The childlike voice was extremely hidden. Even 9 Profound Venerable had not detected anything unusual. Originally, Song Yulong thought that Lin Yuan wouldn't be able to discover it either. But to his surprise, it was still seen through by Lin Yuan. Lin Yuan could sense another wave of consciousness within Song Yulong, entirely because of his internal universe. When forcibly taking Song Yulong from the 9 Profound Secret Realm, Lin Yuan along the way included him into his internal universe. Lin Yuan's internal universe had been transformed by the 13th stage inheritance, Infinite Void, which not only matched the internal universe of a Chaos Venerable in size, but in the sense of subtle power, it was actually stronger than the average Chaos Venerable. After all, Infinite Void derived from a 13th stage time life, representing a foundational inheritance. Lin Yuan's true body and 2 primordial spirits, all cultivated into the first layer of the Infinite Void. Of course, purely in the attainment of this inheritance, the true body is slightly stronger. It was because of this. If before the true form appeared, Lin Yuan only vaguely sensed consciousness fluctuations on Song Yulong. He wasn't very sure. Then when the true form arrived, it was basically confirmed. The reason Lin Yuan's true form appeared beside Song Yulong, aside from executing a sky-tearing grab, was to use the internal universe of the true form to confirm the consciousness fluctuation on the other. Senior, Song Yulong was about to speak. Immediately, the childlike voice echoed in his mind again. No need to say more. Since I've been discovered, there's no need to hide. The childlike voice was very clear that with Lin Yuan's realm and strength, once speaking such words, it was certainly with enough assurance. Besides, even without assurance, what could be done? As long as Lin Yuan became suspicious, he had to come out. Song Yulong suddenly closed his eyes, and when he opened them again, they had become incredibly deep and calm, as if containing universes within. Lin Yuan observed Song Yulong and, seeing this, his expression immediately became solemn. Are you indeed a venerable, or a great saint? The current Song Yulong gave Lin Yuan a very special feeling, akin to facing the imprint left by the Mayu Tower Master on the 9th floor of the Black Tower, the aura vast and encompassing the Chaos Void. Of course, purely from the intensity of the aura, the Song Yulong before him was certainly not as formidable as the Mayu Tower Master, but both were generally at the same level. That's why Lin Yuan inquired if the other was a great saint. Great saint? Song Yulong smiled slightly. I indeed was once, but not anymore now. You were. Lin Yuan scrutinized the other, his expression rather puzzled. At the level of a great saint, even if only a remnant soul remained, it could quickly recover. Why maintain such a half-dead state of will? Simply put, I am no longer myself. I am merely a soul fragment refined by the real me. Song Yulong explained straightforwardly without beating around the bush. Soul fragment. Lin Yuan's heart stirred. The so-called soul fragment is entirely different from an avatar. The true form and avatar share one consciousness, strictly speaking belonging to one living being. If the avatar is subjected to memory tampering and other means, the true form would also be affected. But the true form and soul fragment are already considered two separate entities. The soul fragment has developed a new consciousness, yet due to originating from the true form, its consciousness, personality, habits, and memories all inherit from the true form. However, no matter how it is, the soul fragment and true form do not count as one living being. Normally, no strong individual would be willing to refine a soul fragment due to the risk of devouring the master. Correct. Song Yulong nodded. The soul fragment inherits all from the true form, but the understanding of realm and strength rules? That's not possible to inherit, so it cannot restore the strength of the great saint level. In fact, if a soul fragment could inherit the rule comprehension of the true form, it would absolutely cause uproars with great saints refining batches of soul fragments. Nonetheless, strength and rule comprehension can't be inherited, but the vision of the great saint level remains, and with incredibly rich cultivation experience, often able to see through the issues and confusions faced by a cultivator at a glance. Therefore, when a great saint chooses to refine his soul fragment, it is basically to train an heir. Additionally, a soul fragment has one most important function. If the great saint dies with both true body and avatar dead, it would not extend to the soul fragment. Chapter 1080. After all, the division of soul, strictly speaking, already counts as a completely new life form, although it is exceedingly similar to the original body. What about your original body? Lin Yuan asked. My original body. Song Yulong remained silent for a moment. It should be trapped in a certain time loop now. I see. Lin Yuan understood. Being trapped in a certain time loop referred to the attempt to break through to the 13th tier. When Chaos Realm Perfection assaults the 13th tier, one will inevitably fall into a time loop. Only by breaking through the time loop can one step into the 13th tier. Failing to break through means being eternally trapped within. Under normal circumstances, whether it's a Chaos Great Saint or a Peerless Great Saint, one has the qualifications to attempt the 13th tier. What exactly is a time loop like? Lin Yuan asked with curiosity. The Eye of Myriad Laws had once voluntarily discussed this topic with Lin Yuan, saying that unless one reaches Chaos Realm Perfection, there's no need to delve into it too deeply. I don't know either. My original body didn't leave behind those memories. Perhaps it wasn't willing to share such matters. Song Yulong shook his head and replied, Your original body may well have a day to break free of the time loop. Lin Yuan sensed Song Yulong's despondence and offered a word of comfort. Theoretically, any Chaos Realm Perfection trapped in a time loop has the potential to escape. However, theory is merely theory. Failing to escape within 10 cosmic eras renders the chances infinitely slim thereafter. The hope is probably small. Song Yulong looked at Lin Yuan, his expression returning to normal. I wish to make a transaction with you. A transaction? Lin Yuan considered Song Yulong and asked, What kind of transaction? With your strength, you should be able to craft a cause and effect vestment using the refining method I provide. Song Yulong said, The cause and effect vestment can shield against causal connections. My chosen successor is still too weak, with insufficient comprehension of the law of cause and effect. Otherwise, it wouldn't have been captured by the 9 profound venerable. Song Yulong sighed with some resignation. Though Song Yulong is currently safe, the moment he leaves Lin Yuan's protection, he will still be locked onto by the 9 profound venerable through the law of cause and effect. Even though Song Yulong has already handed over the mysterious space to Lin Yuan and has virtually no other value left on him. But if the 9 profound venerable merely wants to vent anger, cause and effect vestment? Lin Yuan's expression remained unchanged, as he asked, Since it's a transaction, what can you offer in return? That inheritance space is indeed left behind by my original body and contains some great saint-level legacies. Song Yulong paused for a moment before continuing. But all the legacies are incomplete. The vital components are not included. This was a common practice, aimed at preventing the inheritance space from being forcibly breached and its contents falling into enemy hands. Without the critical elements, the value of the inheritance would be greatly reduced. The legacy Lin Yuan had previously acquired from the profound Shenhuang lineage, as well as the demon jade space, had similar mechanisms with roles like protectors, who safeguarded the critical components of the legacy. If one did not acquire the legacy through legitimate means, the key contents necessary to activate it would remain inaccessible. In addition, I am also willing to share the cultivation-related memories of my original body. Song Yulong offered. This was already the highest price he could afford. A division of soul's most precious asset is its memories. Oh! Lin Yuan's expression shifted slightly. He wasn't particularly interested in the key elements of the legacy. With his against heaven's understanding, as long as parts of the legacy were intact, he could naturally extrapolate the entire content. But the cultivation memories of a great saint? Lin Yuan was genuinely intrigued. Previously, neither the Shenhuang nor the Moyu Tower Master had left behind anything of this sort. Even if there had been visual references, they couldn't compare to actual memory fragments, which included the great saint's sensations and perspectives, enormously valuable compared to ordinary imagery. Deal. Lin Yuan nodded. A division of soul might not be the original body of a great saint, but its cultivation realm remained intact. There was no way Lin Yuan could forcibly conduct a soul search, leaving voluntary memory sharing as the only option. Good. Song Yulong smiled. Here's the refining method for the cause and effect vestment. The materials have long been gathered. Before being hunted by the 9 profound venerable, he had initially planned to request a respected practitioner to craft the cause and effect vestment, but hadn't had the chance before being captured. These. Lin Yuan quickly scanned the materials and gave a slight nod. The refining method of the cause and effect vestment wasn't complex, but it required a deep comprehension of the law of cause and effect and the application of cosmic power to infuse and imprint the law within the vestment. Lin Yuan successfully crafted it in just half a day. Song Yulong carefully examined the result, a satisfied look spreading across his face. According to his initial plan, he would have had to petition a respected practitioner to refine the cause and effect vestment, which would invariably carry certain risks. Here are all the critical elements of the legacy and a portion of my original body's cultivation memory fragments. Song Yulong wasted no time, bringing out a crystalline, transparent stone. Lin Yuan picked up the stone and briefly examined it to confirm there were no issues before storing it away. Then, he handed over the miniature world containing all the Stone People clan to Song Yulong. But prior to doing so, Lin Yuan had already selected one Stone People individual from within the miniature world and relocated them to his own internal universe. He intended to take them as a disciple upon his return, fulfilling a promise he had once made to Song Weiyang. The transaction was complete.